What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV, man. We bringing another video to the people tonight. Man, it's a slumber note. Pause. We talking about the New York Knicks. They just fired Steve Mills. The now ex-president. Was the president this morning. And for years, Steve Mills been around a long time, man. They finally let him go. Steve Mills wasn't always the president. I don't know why people make it seem like Steve Mills been running the organization, and he really wasn't. And we're gonna get into all of that. There's a lot of talk on the Knicks where people don't know. It's almost like the Knicks has been like a clown show for a while, so a lot of people just talk, but they don't really know what the hell they're talking about. And we're gonna get into all that. Take it from a Knicks fan, born and raised New York City. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? I've been a New York Knicks fan all my life. I still am. It's Flight Sports TV. Hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. Appreciate y'all checking in with me, man. If you a New York Knicks fan and you want Knicks content that I'm bringing to the table, hit that subscribe button. Alright? We're gonna start the Knicks is crazy, but sometimes we gotta take our mind off the turmoil. On my rail rights that's rocking with me, you could definitely donate. The link will be in the description box below this video. Support the channel. We trying to grow out here. Help me on my goal to 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal. It's Flight Sports TV. We could do that. Let's get right back into it. Check out the Flight Sports TV exclusive Flight Views, Episode 1. Spaz the Artist spit a legendary freestyle. Alright, let's get into it, man. The New York Knicks, man. Let's just address Steve Mills, a couple of Steve Mills issues at the moment. Like I said, people made it seem like Steve Mills was running the organization. Like, the Knicks done had several regimes. The Mills was not even really in the forefront. Mills just got into the basketball side recently. Mills was just a friend of Steve Mills. I'm pretty sure Steve Mills is still gonna do something with the Garden. Like he probably be behind the scenes, But listen, Steve Mills was responsible for some of this. A lot of this was remnants from Phil Jackson. Because you got the bottom line is the Chris Stapps Porzingis trade killed him. That's just straight up. As we can see what's going on in Dallas, Porzingis dropping 38s, 12s, 38 and 12. Like, come on, what the hell? You know, could you imagine what he could have done in the Knicks offense? They all were done a raw deal, including Fizdale. He hired him. Mills hired him, and it's so crazy because they kept Scott Perry, and we're gonna get into that for a second. Because it makes no sense. You fired the president. Like I said, man, that Porzingis trade stung them all because you got back nothing, and for the most part, when you trade a star, you're supposed to get a star. We didn't get a star back. We didn't get nothing really back. They got a star. We got nothing. We got a sack of shit. And there's no other way to slice a dice what took place. We got bamboozled and hoodwinked in that deal. Period. Um, and if I'm lying, then talk to me. So let's get into Scott Perry. They kept Scott Perry. Scott Perry, like I said, you fired the president. They all should have just been a package deal, because they both can pretty much. That was his hire because Mills just got power like after Phil Jackson. Mills never really had no real autonomy like that. Even when Phil was there, he was just answering to Phil. You feel me? Phil had complete control and autonomy. He was just like the ears for Dolan to make sure Dolan kind of was in tune. You understand? Mills wasn't running nothing. Um, Dolan is running shit. If you want to be honest if you want me to be all the way real with you, Dolan is in the middle of everything. He was the reason why Steve Kerr. He was one of the reasons why he didn't get the job with the Knicks because um, Phil wanted to hire Steve Kerr, but they was talking about money and shit like that. They ain't want to give up the fifth year. They just wanted to sign for 3 years. It was very crazy. What was going on, and that's one of the reasons. And that's not Phil. That's Dolan. That's just one situation. And look what Steve Kerr. Not to say Steve Kerr is this top flight coach, but I'm just saying the man got a couple championships on his fingers. You understand? And the Knicks been through several coaches since that situation. You understand? And he seems to be supplanted up there in Golden State. So a lot of things didn't work itself out, and it was resorting towards on him, on Dolan. You know, Dolan just been screwing. There's no way he can go. I think the only way for the Knicks to completely prosper, which it sucks to say, because even though Dolan ain't really got nothing, and he's not really a bad guy. People make it seem like Dolan is the worst person alive, and he's not. It's just the Knicks have been through so much turmoil. They're starting to run his ugly head on him. Because like I said, people don't talk about the good things Dolan do. Like Dolan did some things when Tyson Chandler's mother passed away. He basically was flying him in and out when his mother was sick, from games, so to make sure he was coming back and forth to team activities and still able to visit his mom. You got players that swore by him. J.R. Smith loved him. Carmelo loved him. Every day Dolan was liked very well. People make it seem like Dolan is just the devil, and he's not. Dolan do some things. Dolan do a couple things in New York City. He renovate the Garden. He does his best. He does was the best he can do at what he can. He tries to stay out of basketball decisions, but hey, if let you run something and it's running down the hell, shit, eventually he gonna start meddling in it. And he does have final say because he kind of got the check. He cuts the check. Actually, it's like he got half and half on the final say. The president will have the final say, but they still got to go holler at the owner. So that's where things come into play. Dolan is not liked around the NBA by other players who haven't played or coached around the New York Knicks. So if you don't know Dolan, then basically it's just you hate him, and his reputation sucks around the NBA. So I feel like it sucks to say he has to go in order for the Knicks to prosper or take a diminished role. Maybe they go get another guy who basically is like I would just basically majority owner over Dolan. Dolan could still be a part of it, but he's just diminished, and somebody else has more stake in it, just to dress it up right, or just say, what, I'm just, he just get another a placeholder owner, so where Dolan ain't in the front no more. Because a similar thing happened with the Clippers. They fired with Sterling, then here comes Balmer, and look now they booming. So it's a tough situation, man. Now without Mills, now they letting players are available who wasn't available. Marcus Morris is on the table. He wasn't on the table. So a lot of things is going on right now. You got Mills was trying to get in the deal with D'Lo. I'm cool with that because the Knicks need talent. They need D'Lo is an all-star caliber talent. Not to say he's a beast or a superstar. You need to build around him. He's talent. And we don't have a lot of talent, and the Knicks need to get any talent they can get their hands on. What I did here was a situation for Kyle Kuzma. Now, if I'm the New York Knicks, I do what the hell I got to do to get my hands on Kyle Kuzma. If that means I got to give up Kevin Knox, whatever the hell I got to do. You understand? I try to keep R.J. Barrett with Kuzma. You got two guaranteed building blocks for the future. I still got faith in RJ. He's got the heart. It's just he's in this terrible situation, but he would fit perfect with Kuz. And I trust those two with whoever the hell else they draft this offseason to build with this squad, along with free agents and stuff. Kuzma could attract. Because he's going to be a star. Kuzma will be a star if he has his own squad. Look what B.I. is doing. Cools would be doing similar things. So we're gonna leave it at that, man. The Knicks, we gotta get it right, man. We gotta get it right. I don't know if this is the answer. I don't know what the hell the answer is. At this point, I'm running out of answers. You know, but I feel like we in this situation every couple of years. You hire a coach, you fire a coach. So the next coach we get, is he gonna be gone in 2 years? The next president, is he gonna be out the door in a year and a half? It's just we don't know. You hear Masai, you hearing this? It's like, come on, Masai got 2 years left. Who's the executive that you put to fix this? I think it's the coach. You got to build within. First thing, I would start by putting whatever the hell I got to do on the table to get my hands on Kyle Kuzma. That is a start. The Knicks need to try to get their hands on that deal. Kuz will be perfect in New York City. You know the stage wouldn't be too big for him. He has staples, even though the Garden is the Garden. But come on, the staples is the next best thing. It's Flight Sports TV, man. We're going to leave it at that, man. You could donate to the platform, man. The link will be in the description box below this video, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section on this Knicks situation. We out of here. It's Flight Sports.